extra towel. I drip dry. She drip dry.
Welcome to the Drip Dry Podcast, where we let it all hang out. I'm your girl, Jasmine Christine.
I'm Faith Marie.
And I am Maya Monet.
We are three best friends and women of color, and we are here to share our life in our 30s. And if you've been watching, we are on a part 2 of the dating episode. And it's going to get real juicy. So I trust and believe you do not want to miss it.
Yes.
So you want to keep watching? Let's go. What would be your perfect first date? Like, if you could have it exactly the way you wanted it, and at the end of the night you would say there's literally nothing else that would make this date perfect, what would it be?
I don't think about first dates anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure the both of you don't think about that anymore.
My first date thoughts and stuff were when I was like a teenager.
Or let me put it this way for you guys, and I'll answer it different. For my perfect first date, since I'm not in a relationship, what would be your perfect date with your partner or your husband that you have now? What would be your perfect date? At the end of the night,
I think
you go, there's nothing else
baby,
that could have made this date night
That's
better.
what I'm gonna say. Baby, you did the damn thing.
And what was that date? Or what
That
is that
date
date? If it
like
never happened already yet, what is that date?
Spending a day in Forest Park. Like going to the botanical gardens, going to the art museum, having a picnic outside, watching them fly kites and watching the waterfalls until nighttime, and then the fountains light up, and then that's going and sitting there talking, or going to Shakespeare in the Park with the lawn chairs and sitting outside. That's a perfect, like, realistically here in St. Louis, that would be a perfect date to me. Like, that would be going to the zoo. Like, just having a day. I don't know why I love Forest Park so much, but
you want to do something outside.
Outside is where I love to be. It could even be bush wild. Like, it could be anywhere. We can go fishing.
Do something outside, and that would be like, this date is heaven.
Oh God.
I want to see the
she
fireflies.
Is like, that shit ain't
Fucking
me.
nature.
Okay. Okay.
I'm thinking of mosquitoes. Hell nah.
I got
what
skin
is
so
your
soft.
date that you're like, baby, you did that?
I have been on some great dates. So my perfect date, I feel like I've already been on one. I've been on one perfect first date, and that was not with my husband. And this was like the only date I had with this person. 'Cause we were so compatible in one area, then the other area was like, absolutely not, and I need you to be well-rounded, and he was not well-rounded. Anyway,
The poor.
yeah, he was not. He fit like the one side of me that's like a third of me. The other 2/3
wasn't a match. It's not a match.
Nah.
But what's your date that you would come up with that you're like, this is the date?
Okay, then it would be the date that I had with my husband. That I wish that we could do this all the time, which I guess we could. It's just really expensive. But I would say I'm probably going to miss a lot of dates because I don't remember everything. But the first one that pops up in my mind is when I surprised him with going to see Celine Dion. So
That was magical.
me and my husband absolutely love Celine Dion. We're absolutely obsessed with her. And so when he graduated college, I surprised him with tickets to go see her residency in Vegas.
How can you not be? First of all, how can you not be obsessed with Celine?
I know.
Who was not obsessed with Celine Dion aside from Jasmine? Y'all need to come see me.
But it's hard to find a man that's obsessed with Celine Dion, right? Like, and he knew
The way
every
we
single
were
word.
in the car, and we were singing at the.
He
on our
knows
way to
every
Memphis,
single
and
word.
We were singing Celine Dion.
Yes,
at the top
he
of
knows
our
songs I don't
Yes,
know.
it was
Like,
me
he
and Elijah on
loves
this
Celine
side,
Dion.
And then it was
How
Faith and
funny.
DeMonte on their side, and this side of the car is just
Yes.
me and Elijah.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Just
the power.
going at
And DeMonte and Faith on the other side of the car, like,
right.
What in the world?
No, I love me some Celine Dion, but we went to her concert. We belted out every single song. We just had an absolute blast. Even like there was a group of women behind us that were celebrating their 30th birthdays, and they all
my
had
God.
like matching shirts and stuff.
Can you believe
But-
that? And y'all was young then.
I know.
All of these young kids, and now it's us.
I know,
30-year-old?
but they were recording us from behind, and like she airdropped me the video of us singing together because she thought it was so cute. I mean, we were just singing at the top of our lungs, and then we went and got in and out, and then went back to the hotel and had like a really romantic night, and it was just like
Together.
a great and it was just a great
Oh,
night
that
of like
quality
doing
time.
our favorite thing together. We love music, and then we just got some like
You were still high on the night.
yeah, like when we got the food, it was just like easy, simple food. It wasn't even like a fancy
Yeah.
thing. It was just some burgers and
Effortless.
shakes, and
It
we
was
just were
effortless.
talking, and then we just go back to the room and talking some more into some other things.
Okay.
And it was just a good time. Oh, and I would add a bath in there, like a big ass bubble bath.
Ooh. Together.
Just to end
Like
it. Yeah, together. Yes, like Meredith and Derek. I would end it with like a
Meredith
big
and
bubble
Derek.
bath is what I would end it with. Yes.
Ooh,
Absolutely.
that sounds so
Yeah.
good.
I know.
And
Like
then we
that.
just cuddle the rest of the night.
It was such
after
a
you
good
break me
night,
off.
and I would do
piece of
that.
After you break me
You
up.
break me off a piece of that.
I love
That is my favorite.
That
cuddle with
sounds like
me.
a good
Yes.
night. It really does.
Yeah. And I would do it every single weekend
I'm so
if
mad
I
I didn't get
could.
to see her in residency because I
Oh.
know it was epic.
Amazing.
That
Amazing.
sounds like the best night ever.
So grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
So grateful.
I know.
Hallelujah.
What is yours?
Yes. What does your perfect first date look like?
Or what would it be if you haven't had it yet?
What you want it to be so I could tell the boy.
Yeah.
I've never had a perfect first date. I will say that.
Me neither, girl. It's
Um,
okay.
I don't want to. I've never even had like a perfect date.
So let's create one.
Yes.
Build a date.
Build a date.
Build a date. I would say it definitely involves maybe if we went to. It could be a park, or it could be somewhere where I can sit down with you that's not in your home. But we're just sitting and I get to just talk with you, and I just get to laugh, or in some way, shape, or form, I get to know you better. And then at some point we get some type of food, and to me it doesn't even have to be expensive.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like if you were like, let's go to McDonald's, but if you knew me, you would know that's not somewhere you would pick. Like you
Yeah.
pick like In-N-Out, or you pick
Yeah.
Freddy's or
like you
somewhere
pick
else.
somewhere that I like, and to me it doesn't have to be expensive. But we got something to eat, and it would mean more to me you picked somewhere that you knew I liked, or it was maybe somewhere that I had talked about in another conversation.
Yeah.
Wing-
And so
Wingstop.
you had went there. Yes, I love Wingstop.
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 So it would mean more to me on that date, knowing he listened to that conversation that I had, and he remembered that I wanted to go to that spot on whatever and try their food. So it would involve something along the lines of you did something from another conversation that
Yeah.
we completely had at another time.
Yeah.
Um,
Just good conversation. I feel like a great date
Yes.
just has great conversation where you don't want to stop talking to that person, and you just
The vibe.
yeah, like
Yes.
The vibe.
the one first date that was not with my husband, like it ended with us just sitting in the car for hours just talking.
Yes.
Them-
And
And
those
like-
are the ones that you remember so much. So that's why I'm like,
Yes.
when you go somewhere and you can't talk with them,
Yeah.
that's not going to be a good date to me. I
Right.
want to talk to you.
I
I
never-
want to, when I leave your presence, to be like, I
I
thought that was so dope. That
or
he
I
said
wish we
that,
couldn't
that,
stop
that.
talking. Like I want to do
Yes.
that again. Yes.
Yes. That, to me,
Another
that's
place
a
I'm not
good-ass
going on
date.
first date is bowling. Ugh.
I've
Really?
gone bowling, and I don't
I don't
mind
like
it.
bowling.
I'm competitive, so you know
No,
that's my
oh,
shit.
yeah,
but I'm not
see.
trying
Yeah.
to sweat and move, get back up and
I
down.
feel like
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
don't
feel like
sweat when
bowling
I'm
is too
bowling.
much. Like it interrupts the conversation. You got to get up and bowl and then come back, and then you got to wait for them to go.
Especially
Oh,
when it's
see,
only
baby,
two of
I'm-
y'all- especially when it's only two of y'all. Now, if it's like 6
Yeah.
or 7 people, y'all got time to actually sit down and have a little.
That's a good like
conversation before y'all-
second, third,
Oh,
fourth
baby.
date,
Or
group date.
like, hey,
Yeah.
I
we're
treat
friends.
it differently because I'm more of like, I'm gonna mess with you while you're bowling, so I'm gonna show you my playful side.
Oh,
I'm
see,
gonna,
I wouldn't be
I don't
comfortable
see you
showing my
walking me
playful
up.
side until date 2.
Yeah, day 2 after the first
Yeah.
initial date.
I guess I'm different. I want to be myself.
Oh, go ahead,
Yeah.
girl.
I want to be myself. So then you tell me, do you like me as myself? If you don't,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't want to keep doing this shit.
Yeah.
I'm 30, about to be 31. I don't got time for this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be myself. And if you like myself, then we can go on a second date.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wait till the 4th and 5th date to show you who I truly am.
I agree with that. I agree with
if
that.
you saw the relationships episode, you heard me talk about how true love to me is me being my raw, authentic self.
Yeah.
So if I can do that on the first date, I'm going to do that. So
Yeah.
then you know a clear picture of, yes, I want to be with this girl. No, she's weird. It doesn't make sense. Yes. Then I can stop wasting my time
Yeah.
talking to you, planning another date.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
So,
even. Just the thought of it makes my.
I'm very much, I'm going to be
could
myself
never,
on this
never
date.
again.
Yeah.
So to me, I would totally go bowling.
Yeah.
To me, that would not bother me. I'm a competitive person. I'm going to show you my playful side. I'm going to mess with you while you're bowling. I'm going to talk shit and be like, I'm going to whoop your ass in this bowling game. I'm going to be like, let's put some money on it, even though I'm
Yes.
probably still going to lose, but that's me. Even
Yeah.
if it was just us, I would do that
Yeah.
same shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I'm going to be me at this date.
Yeah.
You like it, let's keep going. You don't, get the fuck on so I can go to somebody else.
So hearing about your guys' first dates, what are your love languages? Because what I'm getting is everybody wants quality time. That's like a top tier is quality time.
Yes.
But then for you guys, I'm hearing like words of affirmation.
Absolutely.
You guys need to be told you're great.
That is my number one.
Yeah.
My parents will tell you
Your
that.
Yeah.
Your actions is what.
Like acts of service for you. Okay.
Yeah, she's an acts of service
even
for
the
sure.
little things, like
Yeah.
the things that DeMonte does for me on the daily basis,
Mm-hmm.
on a day-to-day basis, like folding my clothes when I get off work. You know, I've had a stressful day, so you
Yeah.
brought me home roses and you folded my clothes and you've
Aw.
already started cooking dinner, and
Yeah.
like I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
stuff. Or you ordered you a snack, so you ordered me some
Yeah.
stuff too from DoorDash that you know that I like. that
Yeah.
I'm gonna like flip over the moon. It could be something so simple. It could cost $2,
Yeah.
but it's just the fact that you did it. Or every night, every single night, we go and we get ready to go to sleep. You put my covers back and you put my pillow that I like on the side. And
Yeah.
you turn my pillows the way I like them. Like the little things like that. That's what makes me overjoyed. I'm like, oh my goodness, that you're showing me.
That
that you
sounds
love
so
me.
fucking nice. Not him moving the pillows the way
Yeah,
you
like
like.
he places
real
them,
good.
He places them the exact like angles that I like them. He puts the one over on the side and turns it to the side and folds the other one in half, and then puts the little pillow on the side and put my neck pillow on, and then he pulled the covers
So
back.
he's
and
observant. Let him know, girl. You fuck it up.
And
Pick up the pace.
By the time y'all know I'm slow, so by the time I get back there, he been laying in the bed for about 5 minutes. He like.
See, no, I
That
got
is
to do
nice,
that
though.
for Elijah. I be putting his extra pillow. He's got to hold with his chest, and then the one that goes in between his legs, I got to make sure it's up on his side so he's not looking for it.
Maybe that's because we got old.
That's the mindset. He got one
And we
go
need all them
between his
extra
legs.
pillows
He got
and
one
shit.
that he hold. He got two that go under his head. Then
Yeah,
we
'cause we
had
got
Elijah couldn't even
old.
tell you what pillow's
3,
mine.
4, 5, 6, 7,
No.
8, 9, 10. And then we got 11 pillows on our bed. So
It's because we got
we
old.
got a king. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need all this extra stuff to prop us up.
Okay,
and stop
hold
stuff
me,
from
hold me.
twisting and moving while we sleeping.
I would say I'm acts of service and quality time. I used to say that it was physical touch when I was younger. Like I needed that physical
think
touch, and like that's why long distance never worked out for me and Elijah, and we ended up breaking up for 2 years. That it's because I needed that physical touch, and I don't know if that was just like a maturity thing I got out of that. Now I don't need him
I
to
think you've
touch
just
me as
grown
much.
as an
I like it,
individual.
but I wouldn't say
You've
it's my
grown
first
don't need
one.
to
as a
touch
person.
me as
You've grown
much.
as a woman.
I
You-
have, and
You
I
change. You evolve.
I appreciate things more, like acts of service and quality time. So that's I prefer quality time now because he does work nights. So when we do get time to like
spend
just be
together.
Yeah,
together,
that makes sense.
yes. But acts of
Maybe.
service,
The acts of services was holding
I
us
want
together
that.
like glue. Because everything else.
I
each
definitely
other.
would put Now, I would say before I was just words of affirmation was like the top. I needed you to communicate, to talk to me, to tell me how you think the relationship is going. That I needed all of that at the top. I think now I've more so equaled out because I've, you know, if you know me personally, I went through a marriage. I'm not married anymore, got divorced. So I've gone through a lot of different stages in my life of dating, not dating, engaged, married, all of that. So I feel like quality time and words of affirmation are now equal to me. So you taking the time to spend quality time with me means the world to me. But if you're spending that quality time and you're talking with me and you're like telling me like about your day, about your life, about what you picture our life to be like, and you're talking to me, to me those are now equal. And before, when I tell you, they used to be like this, like real far apart. I was like, yeah, we can spend quality time, cool. But if you were talking to me, you were telling me how great you thought things were and you loved me and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, that's everything to me.
That's bullshit.
To me, I think talking is bullshit.
Oh my God. I think it's just because we all, because we didn't been through this.
I think so
Because
too.
a lot of people could be just telling you lies, and
But
I
when
do
they take the time to spend the time, like you're saying, like how they're more equal now, you
Yeah.
know, you can see,
I'm like,
oh, you really mean what you
if you're
say.
spending
Yeah.
the time with
Backing it
me
up.
and you're talking to me about it.
You backing it
Yeah.
up.
Okay, I
I
like
love
that.
the quality time, but the acts of service is like, stop telling me you're sorry and just do it. Do what I need you to do.
Or don't do the shit. Whatever
Or
it is.
yeah, like just show me that you can do. I don't care. Just stop using your words and just fucking do it. Like just show me with your actions. I need actions. Actions speak louder than words. I need actions. That's why I've never been into words of affirmation. Do not tell me I'm beautiful every day and then, you know, check it off your list. Oh, I told my wife that she's beautiful today. And that be it. Show me that I am beautiful. Do things for me. Hug me, love me, kiss me. Like,
Show me
act
you
it
want
out.
this ass.
Yes. Like, don't
Hello?
just.
Right then.
It
look.
drives me insane. Like, I cannot.
I do get that though.
Yeah.
Like, come
I
up
do
to the
get that.
refrigerator and pop your arm up on things.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of these are starting to become like maybe one's a little bit higher than the other on certain things, but I would say mine are starting to like equal all out. Like I need you to do all of them.
Okay.
Oh, well,
And I
yeah.
know
They
that
don't
sounds
they don't all have to be at 100%.
right. At certain times, I'm gonna need more than the
They
other.
can equal up to 100.
That's you paying
can,
attention to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I need in the moment.
Absolutely, because there are
Yeah.
some times where I'm going to be like, I
When you're
really
young.
don't want to talk right now. If you know me, I'm more of a anxiety, high rid person. So there are going to be times where you talking to me is going to take me over the edge. So knowing me, you'd be like, okay, this is not a good time to talk. This is a time to do
Girl,
quality.
God just told me he was
touch.
sending your husband, girl.
Good, send them.
He coming.
Jesus, please.
He coming. And
But
he's gonna be so
I
fucking perfect. Like he gonna. It's just
I
like
be
he
manifesting them,
like he gonna
girl,
be
from
here.
all the details.
Like dang, he been here the whole time. And
From all the details. But there are times where I'm going to be like, right now, I just need physical touch. I just need you to hold me. I need you to not say literally anything. Just hold me. And then there's times where I'm like, I need you to say something.
I need you to boost me up.
Anything.
I need you to give me something.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
So the older I get, the more relationships and situations that I get into, it definitely starts to like
Change that.
maybe like this far apart. And
Yeah.
some days are like this far apart. But I would say when I very like first started dating, a lot of these things were like this. I was like, I need you to talk to me. I need you to tell me I'm pretty. I need you to talk to me on the phone all night long.
Do you know why I feel like it changed? Because just with me, as I've gotten older, I haven't just led with just emotions. When I've just led with emotions, that's when I was like, oh, I just need physical touch all the time. That's
Or-
in my brain. I know that's what makes me feel good. So that's what I need. Whereas now when I'm not thinking,
words of affirmation.
yeah.
Nice glass of words.
Nah, don't bring
But,
that
like-
shit over here no more. I'm wrong.
When I don't lead with my emotions and I know what I need in the long run, that's when I'm like,
let's change.
acts of service. That's what I need. When you do that, that's going to help me in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm not going to spiral later on because you have been
got me.
helping me.
You-
You've been,
And
yes.
if I do, you got me.
Yes.
You got me.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I know that I'm safe.
Yeah.
I know that I'm safe.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I could fall a fucking part. I can throw everything in this room. And not only are you going to catch me so I don't hit the floor, you're going to put me in the bed and you're going to put this room back together. And you're going to pick me up and we're going to be all right. And we're going to be all right.
I love that.
You're going to grab my face and say, we're going to be all right. And you're going to say, do you hear me? And I'm going to say, yes, daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
Why do I feel like this just happened last night?
Oh, it was from a movie. One of the two. One of the two.
Last week.
Yep, because I can see Bate doing that. We gonna be all right.
Right.
Be all right.
Yes,
we
baby.
are going to be.
You right. We can be okay.
I'm done.
I want to know, when do you decide to sleep with someone?
I don't.
It just happens.
Yeah. Like years down the line.
Years.
Yeah. Maybe months.
Years?
Maybe months.
How so?
Months.
So I guess let me
The
be a little
person
bit
I'm
more
with now,
clear.
It took years. It took maybe 5 years before we solidified, before we sealed the deal.
Well,
Okay.
I will say, I could be more clearer with my statement or question, is when you've actually said like, okay, I'm just talking to this person. Or have you gotten to the point where maybe you're not just talking to that person? Do you just sleep with the person because you're like, my body's saying I want to sleep with this person, I just sleep with them?
So I can't respond to this
She
with
asked
like,
is you a hoe or not?
I'm dead.
That's what the question is.
I can't respond to this with that I've had sex with anybody because I haven't. I only had sex with my husband. So obviously we waited many years before we had sex. But if we're going back to like before him, with the guys that I was dating, when I felt like I should take the next step or even just like sit there and just make out for a long time. Because, you know, that's what you did back then. Get in the back seat and you just make out and then
Ugh, that
probably
makes
grab a
me start
titty,
thinking
you know,
about it.
whatever.
Grab a titty. Ah! Grab a titty.
Grab a titty or two.
Grab.
Or
You heard what she said. Grab.
I can distinctly remember the time my
titty.
husband grabbed my boob for the first time over my dress. Just,
oh,
and I was like,
What?
okay.
okay.
As if it did anything. Like, all right, that's where we gonna go with this.
It was
Okay.
firm. It was a firm grab.
It was firm.
I
That's gonna be
think
stuck in my head now. Grab
Grab a
a
titty.
titty.
Or two.
when I was talking to boys, like kissing wasn't a big deal to me. I will make out with you before I know your first name, to be honest. I'm so sorry. I will. Like, if you're just hot, when I look
ain't
at
no
you and I'm
shame
like,
in it.
that's fine, he is fine, I'll make out with you. Come here. I don't care.
Hey,
I don't
yo.
care about that. But
Come here.
but to do anything, I think it took at least 4 to 6 months
Okay.
to go like extra, and it had to be like a special night.
And what's extra? Like, just you're making out for a long time.
Or two.
No, grabbing a
That's-
titty is
That
not a
is the
big deal.
tagline of this
Extra.
series.
Grabbing a titty
Grabbing
or
a titty
Or two.
or two.
two. Like I would say, like going second, third base.
What's second and third? Titties is second.
She said, "Bitch, don't make me say it." She
Okay,
was
to the
talking
point.
about she
To the
was
point
out
where
there
you're like
sucking
taking
dick.
loading.
Clothes
taking
burning.
clothing items off.
Clothes burning.
Oral.
Clothes burning.
Let me tell you something. If I'm taking my clothes off, we're fucking.
Okay.
If I'm taking off my clothes,
Time. The fuck are we doing? Cut
if
that.
my
I only have experience from being a teenager.
cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. No.
Well, I was a teenager when this was happened, so I was not thinking about fucking because that was off the table. That was just not on the
You
table
go,
for
girl.
me.
Side note.
Don't forget,
Side
I
tangent.
did make it past teenage
Yes, you
before
did.
I had sex, but
Now, okay, so
I never got to the point where my clothes was coming off because I knew.
Yeah.
I knew.
Well, I tried
my
to not put
clothes-
myself in that situation
return.
either.
If my clothes came off, Jesus.
But I was also that girl.
Damn.
I was also that girl that.
Go get this bottle because ain't shit else in my clothes.
Next question.
So, who should plan the date and who should pay for the date?
The man. The.
She
Okay,
said,
well,
duh.
is it okay for first date? For first date, I think the man should plan it. And like I said, that's because I like to be courted.
Mhm.
And I want to know that you're like
Interested.
putting in the time, you're interested in me, you are putting in the effort. Hence no Applebee's. But for who pays for it, I think I would be okay with like splitting it.
On the first date?
On a first date, I would be okay with splitting it. I don't know. I don't know. Because I like to be courted, I'd want the man to take care of it. I would expect the man to take care of it. But if we had a conversation ahead of time, I'd be okay with like splitting it. Excuse me. Or if I knew that we were doing something that was like expensive or like it was like a multiple location type of date, I'd be like, well, hey, since you paid for dinner, I'll pay for the Ferris
I'll pay
wheel.
for
You
the
know,
go-kart.
like, you know, I will help like
I pay for the go-karts.
yeah, like I'll pay for this if you pay for that. Like that's what I mean by splitting. But if it's just like one dinner, I don't know about splitting the check there unless like I knew the date wasn't going well and I was like, "Hey, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll take care of my tab so I can get up and fucking leave."
Don't worry about it. I got it.
I got it.
Do you, so would you have wanted to plan the date or you would have wanted him to plan the date?
I would definitely want him to plan the first date because I want him to show effort. If you really like me and you really, because I'm all about like talking before you even go on a date. Like if I'm going to
Yeah,
meet you
for
on
sure.
on an app or like through a mutual friend or something, we're going to be talking for a while because I want to like you before going on a
what's
date
a
with
while?
you.
How long do you think you should be talking to somebody before you actually go on a date?
That's a good question. I had this conversation with my sister. I think, okay, so backtrack just a little bit. I know this is kind of long-winded. My sister and I were talking about like what the difference between talking and dating and being in a relationship is because they're Gen Z, right? Is that right? No.
No, they're not Gen Z. They Gen
Aren't they?
1. They
They're Gen 1.
They
That
just
is-
start
No,
over.
No, they're Gen Z. We're
They're Gen
millennials.
Z.
No, they're Gen Z.
Gen Z is my brother. It's the 2000s kids. They're Gen Z.
Yeah, my sister. She's
Your
18.
sister-
She was born in 2005.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Jaden
Jaden
is,
and
yes.
Lucky,
Yeah.
and then Vegas. Yeah, they're all 2000s.
Yeah. They're all,
2005,
Gen Z.
2006, 2008.
yeah. That's what I'm like, what you talking about? Pimping?
I thought Gen Z are the ones that are in their like late 20s because we're the last of the millennials. We're the very last of the
We are.
millennials.
Yeah, like
So,
to
like-
But
96, I
late
think.
20s is still could be millennial. Like if
That's
you're
Gen-
28, you could still be millennial.
Yeah, like Cheyenne's a millennial.
Yeah, like
She's like
Cheyenne's
the
millennial.
cutoff.
Yeah,
That's
she's like the cutoff.
She's
Yeah.
the cutoff.
Cutoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why
Yes,
her
that
sisters
makes
are Z.
Yeah, so my sisters are Gen Z. So the Gen Z, Jaden said that talking is different than, or I'm sorry, talking is the same as dating. If you are talking to somebody, you're
dating.
already
That's how they
exclusive.
feel.
No.
And then you say that you're in a relationship. There's no talking and dating. And I was like, no, that's weird to me. Absolutely
No.
not. No,
That's
I
weird.
think there's a difference between talking and dating. If I decide to date you and be your girlfriend, I'm telling you I'm exclusive with you, and I am not talking to anybody else. Not fucking, not talking, not anything with anybody else.
I
What?
feel like I'm with Jaden on that.
Really?
Talking,
Because
dating, and
anytime
being
I
in a
ever-
relationship is the same thing. That's what she said,
I
right?
mean,
Yeah.
Talking, dating,
Yeah.
and being in a relationship
Talking
is the same
and
thing.
dating are the same thing, but being in a relationship is a little different.
That's
But
pretty
that's-
much what Jaden is saying,
Yeah,
and
like,
I
that's what she's
I
saying.
don't agree
Talking
with
and
that.
dating are that's the same thing, because it is the same thing. You're dating people, you're dating that person, but you can also date other people until we say we are in an official relationship.
I guess I'm going
But
off
to
of
me,
how
I'm
I would
thinking
speak
dating.
to somebody else, how I would explain to you guys what I am with this man. If I told you guys I was just talking to him, you guys would be like, oh, okay, how's it
Right,
going?
that means you're not in a
But we
relationship.
We're not in a
never-
relationship.
we
But if I said
never
I was
said
dating this
dating.
man, you
No.
guys would be like, what? You haven't brought him around? What? You're not talking to anybody
To
else?
me,
You're being with
dating
him?
sounds
Is a
more
relationship.
serious.
Yeah.
Dating sounds more serious. Talking,
Yeah.
But
talking
it's the
means,
same. Dating really is talking to somebody. That's dating.
I mean, no, I agree.
Like, you're not.
I
officially
agree.
In a
Just
relationship,
when I'm
you're
telling
dating, you're
somebody-
talking. That's not.
That's the
exclusive.
thing. So what I'm saying, my definition of I'm dating this person, I'm exclusive to that person.
No, but dating
That's how-
means I
that's how
can date
view it.
multiple people.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm
dating
saying.
and being in a relationship are two different things.
To
Being
you,
in a
not to me.
but no, that the definition of dating is dating multiple people, not being.
No, I
mutually
agree.
exclusive.
I
That's
agree
the
with that.
definition of
It
dating.
just sounds
Being in a
wrong.
relationship
I don't like that
are
definition.
different.
Yeah, it
I
sounds.
don't like that definition.
It
I'm
does
sorry.
sound wrong.
I
It
don't.
just sounds
Like you'd be like,
wrong.
oh yeah, we were dating. Like, oh yeah, it was casual. No, I'm in a relationship.
be
I'm
casual.
in a relationship, bitch.
I would say I
But
went on a date
relationship
with
can
him,
still be casual,
but not
Like,
dating.
that relationship I had with Christian, that was still a casual relationship.
No, y'all was in a relationship.
Right, but it was still casual. We weren't going on trips, and that to me, that's a casual relationship. It's we were
yeah,
going
but you
on
were in a
dates,
relationship.
we
You were
going-
past just talking.
Yeah,
correct,
were
and that's why I
dating.
say to me, talking and dating are two different things. They are
Yeah,
not the same.
I would say that
Yet you
if I
are
said I was
talking
dating
to
somebody-
the person while you're dating, but to say I'm just talking to this person, that means. Oh, you're not exclusive to that person.
Right.
That
I'm
means
still
you
getting
probably
to
are
know
talking to
them.
somebody else.
But when you say, if you came to me and it's like, oh yeah, I'm dating Christian, or yeah, because you know me and Christian dating.
That sounds exclusive.
No,
to
it
me.
doesn't. It sounds like y'all
To
just
me,
going
that
on
sounds
dates.
no.
Thank
That
you.
sounds
That's what I'm
exclusive
saying.
to me.
So to me,
I dated who in our generation said I dated nobody. We said we was either talking to that person or going with that person or not. It wasn't no.
Well, but
we
yeah, I would
never
say-
said fucking dating ever. We
I
never
did.
used.
Trying
No,
to
you
think.
didn't.
if somebody said, "Oh, did you date him?" Yeah, I dated him.
Yeah,
Yeah, past tense, not present tense. While we're doing it, no,
Like,
nobody
yeah.
does that.
no, like my
It depends
ex
on
boyfriend.
the-
I
It was
said that
going with-
I was talking to him and that I was
Yeah,
dating
and you say
him.
like, "Yeah, now we're dating."
Now we go together. No, ain't nobody.
but
saying
no, I will say this: it is. I will say this: saying dating or we go
We
together.
go together.
But listen, that is very a cultural difference. More black people, I will say we go together. When you
Yeah,
start
I've
going
never
into
used
other
those
races,
words.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
Maybe
like,
we go
she's-
together.
She's not gonna say that. You, yes,
And then-
I can totally
and then
say.
your parents say
yes,
in the
that-
background where y'all going. like,
yes,
you know,
So I would say that's very a cultural thing.
yeah, I agree with that because I've
Very,
never
and
used that.
I wouldn't say it's
but
generational.
you didn't say dating
Definitely.
though either. Like, unless it was past.
I would say yeah, I'm dating this
We're
person.
dating.
Like, yes,
Yeah,
we're
we're
dating.
dating.
Yes, I've absolutely said that
We're
before.
dating.
Yes, we're
He
dating.
is my boyfriend. We're dating.
Especially
Yeah.
if somebody was like, "Is that your?" Yes, we're dating.
Yes, we're dating.
Now, am I going around? Just
Or I
like,
would say no. I'm just
I'm
talking
dating
to
this
him.
person. Right. You say, or, and see, that's why I say
Yeah.
it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Because if I'm dating you, we're exclusive.
Yeah.
That means I don't want you talking to anybody else. It's me and you. We're dating. We're trying to figure out, do we really want to like continue this
Yeah.
relationship together?
maybe I'm
Or-
just old school because dating old
You
school
ve-
means
you very are an old school
no
person.
dating means I'm still seeing other people. Dating means I'm dating around. I'm dating other people.
It sounds
We're
like the
No.
movies when you
I'm
say
not.
that.
But
that's how the
it
movies
was in
portray
the
it.
90s. That's how it was in the night. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm just talking. No,
You can't say talking because they had fucking pagers.
they had paper. Call me.
They had-
I was calling you on a house phone.
okay
Yeah.
with a phone cord. I had that essential.
I
cord
was
ran
on the
across
house
town.
phone.
Yeah,
I ain't had no
I'm very
cell
much old.
phone.
Okay, all right.
But I was definitely saying
You're dating. I don't think I've
I'm
ever
either-
said that in my life.
but I will say this:
We
if I'm
dated.
saying
Hell no,
we're
I don't know.
talking,
Who is he?
we're just talking. We're in the talking stages.
Yeah.
We're
just
not.
talking.
We're just talking. We're trying to figure out: do I like you? Do I not like you?
Yeah.
We're talking, meaning you could be talking to someone else,
Yes.
and that's why I'm a
Yes.
big person, and I like the talking stage because I don't have to commit anything.
Yes.
You don't have to commit anything to me, which means
After a week,
you
nigga,
don't owe
you
me
better not be
anything,
talking to nobody.
and I don't owe you anything.
You got 1 week.
That do go back to, remember when we was talking about
We
the
did have this
relationship?
conversation, yeah.
She's like, I need like a week. I need
Yeah.
After
maybe
a
2
week,
weeks.
we go
max.
together.
No, I need to be talking to you for at least
And if I don't like you, I'm
anywhere from like a month to like 3 months. And then I can kind of gauge like, okay, I think I want to keep this going. And then we need to date. And then I need to
Yes.
date you for a very long time before we even remotely start talking about engagement. In my opinion,
Yes.
I need to know you
Yes.
at your
I thought you were
worst.
gonna say a relationship. I was gonna say, oh,
No. Before like an engagement. Like
Yes.
I need to see you at your fucking worst.
I need to see you at all days of the year.
Yes.
baby, sometimes the
Yes.
yes. don't come till 5 years in.
And I agree. I
Correct.
agree. But I
I
need
just
to
wanna
see
see all
like
the
majority of like how
Your
are
full
you when you
season.
get sick?
Your
How
full-
are
your
you
full
when if
season.
you like like lose a job or lose a friend or somebody dies or like I need to see how you react
in those
I
situations.
need-
or how you
365,
treat the
baby.
important people
Around
around you
you
when
during
something
that
happens
time.
to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or something happens to me. I need to see how you react. That's important to me. Because
Baby,
I'm not
I
about to marry
stubbed
you
my
and then you
toe.
change into another person. Because that's not.
I love how
gonna
we
work.
just like very quickly figured out like she's not a dater. That's
Yeah.
not her thing.
We go together.
We got it.
We're very much
Shit.
like we're gonna talk, then we're gonna date, and then we're gonna see.
There's
where
a
this thing
system.
goes.
You're my
There's a
boyfriend.
system.
You're my boyfriend until you're not.
Oh.
She said it like it is.
You're my boyfriend until you're not. Like, we dated. We was talking for the first week and a half. Come on now. If you don't want to be serious and you don't want this, then bye.
So if you had to start over with dating, so God forbid your marriage ended, you got to start over dating. God
I'm
forbid
not.
I
your
wouldn't.
relationship. So both of you would not.
Hell no.
No. It would literally have to be the most authentic thing to just happen.
So you would not go on a dating app.
No.
Absolutely not.
Ah.
Well, hold on. If I lost my husband to like cheating, I probably would be more inclined to move on faster, where I would probably want to try a dating app or something. Because I could see that being me. That or just like wallow in self-pity and completely X off men for the rest of my life. If God forbid he left this earth, no.
Nothing.
I would nothing ever. And if it
wow.
if it ever happened and I would be with somebody and there is another love out there for me somewhere, it would literally have to be the most authentic thing to just flow and happen.
Not that you were on a dating app saying like I'm looking
Yeah, like
for
I'm
another
not trying
relationship.
at all, and it literally like this man just came into my life and just did anything that I needed him to be in that moment.
Gotcha.
Like
Or-
Ross and Rachel pre-breakup. Pre on the break.
I guess I don't watch that show, but yes, sure.
I forgot.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
The Friends.
Like Pam Beasley and Jim Halpert.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I know how to speak your language.
Thank you.
I know what your
Thank
language
you.
is.
I'm an office girl, not a
Talking
friends
my
girl, but that is
language.
that's a whole nother conversation for another time. And
What?
Jasmine doesn't know what we're talking about anyway,
What
so we
happened?
just gonna
What'd
let
you
her
say?
be.
What'd you say?
I said that's another conversation for another time. I'm an office girl, not a friends girl.
Oh yeah. I'm a both girl, so
I'm a neither
I am
girl.
very multifaceted.
But I don't think I would ever go on dating apps again. I know that if, God forbid, anything happened, it would need to be authentic. I would need to know the person. I just think the best relationships
Are made.
are made from, like, being friends with them first and, getting to know them. Like, just being comfortable with the person. Mine's always been, like, I've been friends with them first and I've been comfortable with them, and then it kind of led into dating.
Or I'm sorry, dating.
Well, except for my first boyfriend, the black man.
Mm.
I asked for his number at a movie theater, and that just kind of happened.
Look at you, girl.
I know.
Get it.
I was a little bold. But then after that, I was just like, no, we need to be friends.
Dating apps aren't the best thing. I tried, but it's hard because what people put on the dating app may not always be true.
They be lying through their motherfucking teeth.
So
Well, it's
of
hard to
course,
find people that aren't just looking for sex on there.
correct. And I know some of the apps are more for like use for hookups and things like that.
Plenty
So
of fish.
I get
Tinder.
it. But then even like I could take your picture and go start a whole
Yeah.
page.
Catfishing.
Yeah.
So then you're nervous like, okay,
Is
is
it
this
real?
actually the real
Yeah.
person? And then of course when you start talking to somebody on a dating app, then you're talking through the app for a little bit, and then you get to a point where you're like, okay, I like the conversation. I don't want to have to continuously get on this app just to talk to
Text
you.
me.
Here's my number, you can text me. So then it becomes okay, let's FaceTime. Or sometimes you ask to FaceTime, they don't want to FaceTime. So then that's like, okay, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
So it's just
fuck you don't want to FaceTime for?
But I will say this: some people just don't like FaceTiming.
Fuck you. I want to see what the fuck you look like.
But yes, I do want to see what you look
I
like.
need to
But
know you're a real person.
See, the last time I was on a dating app, FaceTime was not a thing.
oh wow,
Damn.
I mean that makes sense. That makes sense though, because you guys have been talking for a long
Yeah.
time, so that makes sense.
Y'all
But-
been together almost. Yeah.
yeah, so that makes sense. It's just,
I've never been on a dating app.
Thank
But
God.
yeah, you guys have been
The
talking for a long
horror
time. That
stories
makes
that
sense.
I've heard though.
This is the first time of me
Yeah.
even having to do that within the last
Yeah.
3.5 years. It's just very much like,
And it's like they had them in the 90s, but it wasn't like it is now. Like
Yeah, no.
they had like that. People were dating on like they were going on dating apps.
Well, now
in the
there's like,
90s.
they were going on like websites. You had to get on the
Yeah.
computer, and,
right,
like,
or it was
spend
something
time.
you had to like
Now it's at a
subscribe
click
to.
of a
You had
button.
to pay.
You had to pay.
So
Yeah,
then it
now
was
there's,
like it was very
free ones.
exclusive. So you were getting more people who were
Yeah.
genuine about doing it, because I'm not gonna waste my money on doing an app. But now if it's free,
Yeah, then you can
do
just
it
do whatever.
whenever.
do
But
it, do
I-
it right, do it good.
man,
Sorry.
between all of the different apps, I will say the one thing I do like about what is that, Bumble, where like the woman has to be the first person to
Yeah.
send a message.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, I've
like
never
it in a
been on
sense
Bumble, but I've heard of
of-
it. Yeah.
if it's something that I'm really not interested in, like maybe I matched you by accident, or maybe I matched you because I was like, maybe. Then if I change my mind, I can back out, and it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel like, what's the word? Doesn't feel,
Unauthentic.
yeah. And I haven't stuck with that app, to be honest with you.
Infringe on your personal like not taking it outside of your will as a woman, like your will and your rights as a woman, as to what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah,
or
I could
want to
take.
do.
I will say I could take it as far as I want to take it. I do also like the way that the apps will give you questions like to prompt you to ask, and you can kind of like choose like, oh,
I think that's cool because that wasn't there when I was.
yes, and
doing
so
any
sometimes
apps.
you're like, I don't know what to ask this person, or you're like,
Yeah.
I know what I could ask you, but it's gonna be the same generic question that I asked everybody else.
Yeah.
What you eat for lunch
So-
today? I'm just playing.
But it really gets generic shit like that, where you're like, okay, I'm tired of asking these same questions over and over again. Like, how old are you? What job do you have?
That's
Where'd
the worst
you go
part
to
of
school?
dating.
Asking those
Having
questions
Oh, that's
so
why
many
I can
times.
never. When I think about it, it makes me cringe.
No, same.
It sucks,
I
but
could never do
I
it
also
again.
don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
I want
So
to
you're
find
gonna
someone,
try.
and so
You're not gonna be
romantic.
alone.
But the thing
You're
is,
not.
no matter what, I'm gonna have to repeat those questions with somebody.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like one.
Yeah.
We gonna find like one of Dre
Somebody.
That's
firefighter
just the
friends or
sucky part of
something.
dating. It just has to happen.
Yeah, it's
You
gonna be
just-
like a
So-
firefighter friend or
And
somebody on the side.
you're not always gonna find that person the first time you start dating. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to go through a couple people and repeat these questions. Yes, it sucks, but you get to the point where you're like, I know I have to do this. Let me just get through it so I can get to that fun and ooey gushy, part of
Yeah.
dating.
So, on your dating apps or just dating in general or whatever the case is, do you guys have a like a favorite way somebody has like slid in your DMs or asked you to date them? Like anything that was like
Made a pass.
Okay.
Like how they made their pass.
Yeah. Like I have one specific instance from when I was on a dating app. I was sent like a basketball emoji, and I was like, this is weird. Like I matched with somebody and they sent me a basketball emoji, and I like didn't respond because I'm like, well, maybe that was an accident or like what was that? And then like after so many minutes, I don't even remember, they messaged again and was like, oh, it looks like my ball rolled into your DMs. But now that I'm here, like, but it was like so cute, right? I was like, that's really creative and that's really cute.
If you want it back, what's your name?
Yeah, exactly. Like it was so cute. I was like, okay, I can do. And I think like at that point, I was starting to get off the dating apps, and that's when it kind of started. Like I think that became a trend. People would do funny stuff like that to try to get people's attention.
Yeah.
It was all about like just
Google.
getting somebody's attention
What's
at
the
that
top
Yeah.
2 ways to
point.
get a girl's attention on Bumble?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I would say sometimes it's not even what they do, sometimes it's what I do. That makes me feel like I can get your attention without feeling like I'm a hoe.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, never mind. And I'm in it. I won't take it back.
Sometimes I'll be like really playful, and it may not be like the very first question I ask, but somewhere within like the first like 48 hours, I'll send a message depending on where we're at in the conversation, and I'll say, so what do other girls or your friends or somebody that you're dating, what do you like people to call you? And I'll give examples of like, oh, do they call you like
D-Money.
So depending on what their name is, I'll do something along with their name. Like maybe their name is William, but like, do they call you Will? Do they call you Willie? Do they call you Daddy? Like Daddy is always like the last one. So I just do something that's like playful, and then they're like, oh, and then it's like, and then they, So yeah, but I like when guys do stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like
It's the game of flirting. It's the art.
Playful and not as serious. And I feel like when you are talking with someone or you're dating or you're trying to get to know them, you're already all like, I'm nervous. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm tensed up. I'm not relaxed.
like
so
you
when
should
somebody
be more
starts to play with
playful.
you, then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, okay, maybe I can relax. Like,
This is
okay,
so
yeah,
bad.
I do like it when you call me baby, or I like when somebody calls me daddy. Or blah, blah,
said
blah.
babe.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely will say stuff like that and be like, what do
Yeah.
I like to call you? Baby, daddy?
I hung that hat up. It was fun.
But so do you not incorporate that into your relationship now to keep it spicy?
What?
Say stuff throughout the day, whether it be through a text message or you call or
Listen,
anything?
I be trying to sext my husband, and it starts with like 2 messages back to back, and then it just fizzles out from there. We too grown for that. I be trying, and then like we get busy.
throughout the day.
What does that shit say?
Look how she looking.
What does that say?
My contacts are starting to get dry, that's why.
Oh shit. No, I meant Faith.
Oh. She's like, I'm not.
Oh.
But see, I want stuff like that. I want, even when we get in the relationship, we're 10 years in, we're 20 years in. I mean, one thing it sounded, okay, I would say this. It sounded weird when my mom started doing this and my dad started doing this, but they've been in the game for over 30 years now.
Okay, baby, they bets in the game.
They have this alarm on their phone, whether it be every day or whether it be a certain day during the week, and this alarm goes off on their phone. And I remember when it very first started happening and the alarm would go off and I'm like, oh, what do you need to do? Do you need to take some medicine?
Yeah.
Do you need to, why is this alarm going off? And my mom would say, oh, nope, I just need to send a nice text, or sometimes she'll say I need to send a sexy text, or I need to send a appreciation text, something along those lines to my husband.
See, we do that all the day,
And I
all
was
day,
like,
every day,
huh.
from the morning.
And I will say it, depending on where you are in your life and your career,
Yeah.
if that makes sense that you can just do that all the time. But when my mom would do that, I was like, you really have to set an
awkward.
alarm to
Yeah.
remind yourself to say something.
Life is lifing.
Yeah.
But I will say this, the more she did that, the more it made sense to me at when you get to that age and how long you've been in a relationship.
Yeah.
Things can fall to the wayside so
Yeah.
fast that you're just like, you come home,
It
you
is
do
what
the
it
same
is.
thing.
Yeah.
If we are talking, it's about finances. If we are talking, it's about, what we got to cook for dinner and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. So it's like you remind yourself, even if it does take for you to put an alarm on your phone, but you're still saying, you still need to be human. You
Yeah.
still need to be in love with this person
Yeah.
and not just talk about the mundane stuff of,
Yeah.
what you do
Life.
day in day life.
Together.
Remind yourself, send your
I
husband
like that
text.
actually. I really
beautiful.
like that. Yeah.
Send him a sexy picture. Tell him I'm thinking about you. So it was just a alarm that went off to
Yeah.
remind her, do something.
Yeah. No,
And I feel like that would be
that.
so awesome for other people to do that.
Yeah, because you do get in the habit. I mean, my husband and I are already there. We've only been married for 2 years, and we're already.
I thought that was
We do the
something
mundane
everybody
thing.
does. Like throughout
What?
the day, like, baby, I love you, just thinking about you, wanting to say hey.
No.
I'm not the initiator that
absolutely
Demonte is.
not.
Demonte is very much words. Like, when he put, like, baby, I love you with all my heart. I pray that you have a wonderful, magnificent day. I know that God will bless. He plays every single morning. He sends me baby, I made it to work. I just wanted to say that I love you with all my heart. You are the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I'm
That's
so
his
grateful for
love
our
language.
relationship.
So then
That
you
is-
love him back in that same way.
Yeah.
Which I will say,
That
I'm a big person on the way somebody shows you that they love you. That's how you know what their love language is.
Oh yeah.
So when you
Absolutely.
do things for Elijah and you're like, babe, I did this, I did this, I did this, I planned this trip, I did blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That
on
person
another
is
level.
showing you they want acts of, yes, they're on a completely different level.
Baby, the
But-
stuff they be doing for each other, I be like, you did what? When she said she bought them tickets for that salute, I was like, you did, baby, I ain't buying no tickets for here in St. Louis.
Right.
You bought
But
tickets
that's
for
how
Vegas?
you know that that's your love language.
Yeah.
I want you to do things for
Y'all
me just like I
are
do for
next
you.
level.
Yeah.
When
Like
it
I
comes
know
to that
Elijah's
shit.
words of affirmation, but words of affirmation is so hard for me because I could literally care less.
About words.
About
I could
words.
give two flying.
No,
But
really.
so maybe you need to
So
set
I
an
have-
alarm, Buki.
I know, and that's what I was saying.
Set
When
an
you said it, I
alarm.
was like, that should probably be something that I should do because I need to get better at that. And there's moments where I feel like I'm really great, and I'm like, babe, I really do appreciate you working so hard for us, and like I want to do these things for you because I know you've been working so hard and you deserve it, and blah blah blah.
But
And I try to do the acts of service on him,
Look, but-
and it's not working because he's
'Cause
like, we
he's
don't have
not
the
an
money
acts
for
of
that. He's not an
service.
acts of service guy.
But even your husband. Your husband is an emojis gifts person.
Yeah.
He prides himself on being a gift god. Like
He loves
He really
giving.
is.
He loves giving.
No, I mean like
he doesn't
the
like.
gifts in like when you're texting.
Oh,
Like,
you
Demonte
talking
will
about
be
sending a really funny
Elijah's
gift.
undefeated.
The videos.
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, he loves.
He
those.
is a really good
Yes.
gift giver, though.
He
Like an
is a
actual
gift-
He's a great gift
giver.
giver, but also a gift,
Gift
giver.
center, right?
Gift
Gotta be
sender.
specific on the T.
Yeah,
Gift.
like Drake, Demonte, and they're all like, yeah, he's
All-
like undefeated.
I'm
when
tired
it
of them
comes to
sippy cup
sending-
boys.
The sippy cup.
Fucking sippy
boys.
cup boys. I'm so
You
sick
saw
of
I
it.
shook the vibe when
I'm not gonna
the
lie. I
sippy
feel like
cup.
I'm that person in our group, though. I love a good gift.
Yeah,
But that's
you
what I'm
do.
saying.
I
Like,
love a good
even
gift.
if you can't like send him something, just send him something small and send
Yeah.
him a really funny gift.
Yeah.
Like, baby, I love, or like something like,
Yeah.
doll, like just sending him like,
Yeah.
gifts
Go back
when
and
you
look
said
at that text like a million times a day.
Yeah.
He is,
I know
and
he
just be
would.
like, just thinking about you, babe.
Yeah.
Like just little.
That's how
I
you
need
know,
to get
girl.
better.
That's his
I
love
know.
language. Amp it
That's-
up.
yeah,
I
that's
agree.
it. I'm not I'm not that. I am not.
Yeah.
Every time he sends them, I read them and it's like, oh, but my brain is immediately like, now I have to try to think of some words to put together. And they naturally come once I start, but it's like, I'm doing a million other fucking things right now. I don't want to have to think about sending that to you. And it's the sweetest thing ever. Yes, it makes me feel wonderful, but I have to think of a response for all of these wonderful things that you said. And my brain can't calculate that right now. I know.
So you need to have a list of copy and paste.
Okay, I had one like that, and he said to me one time, "Are you just copying and pasting?"
I'm good. But yeah, I need to be better at that because I'm just so much. I'm a person that thinks like Elijah's always been like the dreamer. I've been the more realistic person. And I guess it depends on the time of our life, and it kind of goes back and forth, but I still feel like I'm more of the realistic person. And where was I going with this? Hold on.
You were talking about your love languages and Elijah's love language. And
so in my head, I'm like, logically, you would think that acts of service, that should be it. Like, I should be showing you how I love you, not telling you. That's fucking dumb.
Not
like, that's ridiculous to me. Yeah, like, I don't know why me telling you
a man.
How manly and strong.
That's his ego.
But sometimes I will say this as being a person who does appreciate words. Sometimes it's not you saying literal words of, I think you're beautiful. I think you're so handsome. Sometimes the way you say it or what you're saying. You could definitely be more of, babe, you looked so hot in that outfit. But you could also be, babe, I love the way that you blah, 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 blah.
That's definitely not DeMonte. I do that.
It doesn't have to be poetic. I think a lot of people read too much into, I'm a words person, I need you to be poetic. No.
Hell no. Just
sometimes
hype me up. Be
sometimes
my hype man.
It's just talking to me. And then sometimes when they want their ego stroked, it's, babe, I can't believe you did that. You're fucking amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I do appreciate it when Elijah says stuff like that to me. Like I want to be told that I look good, especially if we're going out and I have a cute outfit on. Like, I want him to tell me that I look good. Sexy. But, like, I would rather him just show me, like, slap me on the ass. Okay. Don't, like, I want you to tell me that I'm hot. I want you to say the words because I want you to get used to saying the words. Like, I want you to say those words to me.
I want you to get used to saying the words.
Well, I don't want him to think, like, just slap me on the ass.
Right,
and, like,
but that's
be like,
what
let's
that's
go,
what
babe. Like, I need you to say, yeah, you look good with it.
Right. So would it make you feel differently versus if he just walked past you, slapped your ass, and then kept moving versus he walked up to you, grabbed your ass and pulled you close to him and was like, damn, you look fucking good. I can't wait till we get back. You're going to be like, oh, shit.
No, I would
we're
like
not
that,
even
but
leaving.
the words aren't even necessary. If you grab my ass and pull me close, I will know.
He look you in your eyes and be like, damn, baby, you the shit. You look good.
So, but then you're putting words in your head like, oh, he really likes this.
The words in my head are probably better than what he's going to say anyway.
That's
not very
true.
true.
As much as I want, but that's me for him. Like I'm like, damn, baby, you look good as shit. Look at this. We was just on the phone. That's the sexy like I am forever. He is not that. He will do the acts of service. Yeah. He will show me he loves me, but hyping me up and damn, baby, like when he says, damn, baby, you look so beautiful. I'm like, really?
See, Elijah's the complete opposite. He will hype me up all day. He'll be like, yeah, babe, you clean this house. Wouldn't fucking move a muscle to help me clean it. But he'd be like, yeah, bitch, you did that. Yeah.
He's trying to give you your props.
No, fuck you. Help me clean a dish. Take the trash out. Do your blue chores.
Do your blue chores.
Her and these blue chores.
These blue pegs and these pink pegs. It's killing
I know I got a headlight out.
Okay, fix it.
Fucking fix it.
I got a headlight out.
That's a blue chore. Changing the headlights.
Lord, help.
That's a blue chore.
Help, Lord.
Fixing the fucking headlight.
If I gotta scrub the shower, you could change my headlight.
Okay, see, that's why we got 2 showers. We got 2 showers.
I want to date my husband more. I do.
want to go back to like girlfriend. I want us to be true girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like courting, dating.
Dating is so important, no
Like,
matter what
it
stage in
is.
your relationship
I was
you
just
are
watching Married
engaged,
to Medicine, and
married.
she was
Hard.
like, "Yeah, Eugene and I are dating again." Because she was like, "This is not romantic to me anymore,
Yeah.
Eugene. Like, yes, you're a doctor, but okay, this shit is not romantic."
See,
anymore.
I feel
Us
like it's
cooking
not
dinner
even-
at home. It's
That's
not
why you
romantic
gotta
anymore.
set that alarm.
I know. Yeah. Well, and I want the romance, but if anything, I just want to like be
A homie,
with
a lover,
my
and a
husband
friend.
because we put so many people before us,
Y'all do.
and
Y'all do.
we value our work so much as well that like we take our work very seriously. So when we're not working, we need to sleep so we can work again the next day. And I feel that way with work and like taking care of
baby.
our child. Yeah. Like I want to be good for her the next day, so I need to sleep so that I am good for her the next day. And like I feel like we just take life very seriously on the day to day, and we don't take the time to just like be with each other. Because if we're not together on the same page and loving each other, we are not going to love our baby as well as we should.
It is.
You don't have it.
Yeah.
It's very important to schedule dating. Please
Yes.
let her get this bottle. Fuck it up, bitch.
But also more than just like scheduling it, like I just want to just finish it off. I feel
bitch.
I feel like finances is a big. No, I'm okay.
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I share.
Finances is a big thing as well, because in our heads we're like, oh well, we could spend this on somebody else. We could save up for a trip. We could, buy this for our kid instead of go
thinking
out.
about everybody else. Y'all are.
And
Yeah.
you got to get creative with dating. And I will say this.
Yes.
My parents, for their 30th wedding anniversary, I had everyone write a date night on a popsicle stick.
That's cute.
Put it in a jar,
Can you plan
and
my
then
wedding?
you will. Got you.
Everything y'all did, everything you did for that night, just that's all I want.
So that they can go and pick something out, and it's something that they've probably never done before, or it's something that
Yeah.
their friends and our family thought they would enjoy doing this date night. I would say do that, and then when you're feeling spontaneous, you're like, we have the money,
Yeah.
pull out the stick,
Yeah.
do whatever it says on there. It gives you
That
spontaneous
is a
memories.
great
It's
idea.
simple shit like that. Like for me, that would be like a really good date.
Yeah.
You made your living room look like a picnic. Like it's 30 degrees outside, but
Yeah.
you made your living room look like a picnic. We look like we're outside. We're going to watch a cute ass movie.
Yeah.
You do some shit like that for me.
I'm going home. I want to bed. She's slapping penis.
Okay, Elijah. All right.
We were here and you went over here. She was like,
Okay, we were here.
she was looking back and forth like, nobody took it too far?
Right. Nope. I'm
Me.
going to do it.
I'm going to do it. Cool. Alrighty, so we just finished part 2 of the dating episode, and we talked about a lot of friggin' stuff.
Yeah, we had a lot of topics.
Like crazy.
It was getting a little intense. I learned a lot of new things about y'all.
Really?
Absolutely.
I
For
did.
sure about you.
I think I did.
For
yeah.
sure about you.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
She's going to set that timer. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about,
Go watch the
you need to go
episode.
back and watch because you weren't listening. But we hope that you enjoyed the dating part 1 and part 2 now
Yes.
of that series. Definitely show us some love in the comments. Let us know if there's any other topics you want us to talk about. And we're going to see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. So every time we post a new episode, you are the first to watch it. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram because the behind the scenes get crazy. So we're going to see you guys in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Perfect.
Yeah, I feel like that bye was ugly, but I feel like I kept doing like this, so I didn't want to do it again. So, I was
what'd
like,
you do?
I
bye.
do that on literally every episode.
I was like, bye.
Bye.
Bye, bitches. Peace out.
Peace up. A-Town down. Yeah.
It is Super Bowl Sunday.
Take
That's
that and rewind it back.
Lil John got that beat that make that booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Lil John got that beat that make your booty go.